Hi everybody, welcome back to the Seesaw and another grocery haul. So today I have been to Tesco's. I went by myself today. Our Clubcard Plus subscription has renewed this week, so I went to use the first of my 10% off a big shop. As I was going round, it came to £117, and then with the Clubcard savings and the 10% off, I ended up paying £91. So about £26 worth of savings, which is quite good. And yeah, quite happy with that this week. Got quite a lot. There was a lot. So if you saw last week's double haul, the Ocado and the Iceland, you'll know that we bought quite a lot of snacks. We bought loads of ice cream and crisps and things like that. So there were certain things that I didn't need this week that I would normally have in the shop. So that really helped as well. But that little bit of bulk buying last week really helped spread the cost a bit for this week, which is the last week of the payroll month. So always a week where I try to watch what I spend. But let me turn you around, let me show you what I got, and then at the end, as always, I'll show you our meal plan for the week ahead. So there is the sweep, everything that I picked up. Non-food items, I've got a serve. These were on Clubcard pricing this week, and they've got the summery watermelon fragrance in, so I grabbed one of those. My TV guide, and I note that Silent Witless starts its 25th series this week, which I am quite happy about. I love that show. Another one of these little, what do they call them officially? A bath puff? I don't know what I call it, a scrunchie for the bath, I don't know. But mine was looking a bit straggly this morning when I had my shower, so I decided to grab a new one of those. And then these were on Clubcard pricing. These are the Herbal Essences kind of vegan range. They're made with the botanicals from the Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew with their approval, or with their seal, and I've been wanting to try them, and these kind of smaller size ones were reduced on Clubcard pricing to £2. Now the coconut milk is good for my hair for adding hydration, so my hair has always been fine, but I used to have quite a lot of fine hair, so it always looked thicker, and then kind of after I had Caleb, it started to get really thin as well as fine, which is not a good combination. And then as I've aged and started to see those hormonal changes come with age, it's got quite brittly and dry. So I am going to try a few different things with my hair this summer, just to try to get some moisture back into it, bring out some of the curl and that sort of thing. But I'm going to start by giving these a try and just see how I get on with them. And then a little bag of the nibble sticks that Licky likes. So these are the ones with honey that are his favourite. I did pick up, Caleb wasn't with me, but I did pick up a pot of pick and mix for him. So that's just some sweeties for the weekend for him. And he tends to put these up in his room and then just eat a few each day. And it sort of lasts him a few days into the week. Some white wraps, a 50-50 loaf. We haven't had that for a while, and just fancied 50-50 bread again. I did get some donuts for Caleb's favourite, the 4 white iced ring donuts, just for his little kind of sweet treat. I got some half and half thins as well. Drinks wise, I got a large bottle of Fanta, some isotonic sports drinks, the raspberry flavours, and some more of the water splash. And then we've got plenty of stuff to make squash and things as well. Beef stock pots, a dozen eggs, 2 of these cheese and tomato flatbreads, just to have something rather different to garlic bread. I quite like these flatbreads, and you just bake them in the oven for a few minutes, much like you do garlic bread, and the cheese is nice and melty, and the tomato is almost like pizza bread. These are one of my current obsessions. These, if you haven't tried them and you like Lotus Biscoff, you must find some. So these are Kit Kat with the chunky Kit Kats with Biscoff cream in them. And they are 3 for £1.20 on the kind of loose chocolate. It used to be by the tills, which they don't have it anymore. And now they moved them in stores to just near the tills. So they're on the end of an aisle up near the tills in our stores. And in Tesco's, they have these in the 3 for £1.20 deal. I then got a pack of 6 Curly Whirlies, some shortbread, and some Oreo double cream, which were Clubcard priced this week for Caleb's biscuits. I picked up these breakfast strawberry yogurt duo crunch. I don't know if he'll like these. I think he might. A strawberry with a yogurty filling, just for something different for him to grab and go for breakfast. Much like me, he doesn't like to eat breakfast. Like when we're at home at the weekend, he eats breakfast at about 9:30, 10 o'clock. He doesn't like to eat first thing in the morning. but I don't like him going to school and not having had anything. So he does have a smoothie, and then he'll grab something like a croissant or a pain au chocolat or a cereal bar or something like that. And I just thought this would be a good perhaps addition to that range if he likes them. If not, I'll use them up. 2 cans of baked beans, some spirali pasta, a bottle of barbecue sauce, and a jar of my go-to chopped lazy garlic. Onto the fridge, I've got a 2-pint bottle of milk, 2 packages of grated cheese, 1 package of smoothies. There are still a few smoothies left from last week in the fridge. 1 of these Rustler's hot dogs just for a quick snack for Caleb after school. 2 of the sour cream pots. And with these, somebody had commented it's cheaper to buy a pack of hot dogs than a pack of buns. It is, but then I've got to, because I've only got 1 child, then I have to, he gets fed up with them. He doesn't want to eat them all at once. And then I have to freeze the buns, and then he forgets to get them out the freezer. And so it is just easier to buy 1 of these for £1 and have a hot dog than it is to faff around with packages of both things. A Lindor's Kvarg stracciatella, which is the one with the chocolatey pieces in, some coleslaw, some wafer thin honey roast ham, butter and a spread as we were out of both. I did pick up from the deli a rotisserie style chicken. I want that to use for dinner tonight, and I knew that by the time I got home from shopping it would be too late to cook up chicken and be ready in time for dinner. So these are about £5 I think, which is obviously more expensive than buying a whole chicken, but it's convenience, and sometimes you need a bit of convenience in your life. These hash brown potato bites, we've been wanting to try these for a while. I finally found them. They are, I'm told, very similar to tater tots in the States, so we're going to give those a try. Some potato waffles, a big stack burger to keep in the freezer again for Caleb for a quick snack, garden peas, some breaded cod fillets, and some crinkle cut chips. 2 packages of these breaded chicken goujons, 2 packages of pork chops. So I've got a pack of 3 and a pack of 2. So that'll give us the 5 pork chops, which means there's 1 for me. Caleb sometimes wants 2, and then there's 2 for Tony, and he'll eat the 3rd one if Caleb doesn't. And these are the bone-in proper pork chops. We usually get the pork steaks, but I wanted pork chops this week. A large whole chicken, some chicken breast fillets, a bag of regular potatoes. I've still got a few left in that sack that I got from Ocado last week. They have kept well in there. They haven't sprouted. So I'm going to, once I've used those, I will put these potatoes into that sack to keep them. Oh, a couple more meat items here. Some Cumberland chipolatas and some back bacon. Jersey Royal season is upon us. So for those of you not in the UK, these are little baby potatoes, new potatoes that are grown on the island of Jersey. They have to be from Jersey to be called Jersey Royals, and they have a very short season in the spring leading into summer each year. They are really tasty, so I grabbed 2 bags of those. They were on Clubcard special pricing, and there's not that many in a bag. It's 450 grams, so I've grabbed 2 just to be sure we have enough. A head of broccoli, a garlic bulb, 3 mixed peppers, some baby leaf spinach, some sliced runner beans. These I love runner beans at this time of year, spring and summer. And these just remind me of my dad, because he always grew runner beans and he would sit out in the garden slicing them for dinner on Sunday. And I do really love, there was the first, I think it was the first vegetable after peas and potatoes that I actively started eating as a child. I just didn't like cabbage, and back then you could only get the vegetables that were in season unless you had frozen vegetables, and we grew most of our own vegetables, but I wasn't a fan of carrots. I liked peas. We didn't really have sweet corn. That really wasn't, that came later. It was definitely an American thing, and it came to the UK later. Not in my young childhood, we definitely didn't have sweet corn very often. That would have been a treat, and I did like that. And I loved baked beans. I would have baked beans with anything, much not like Caleb. But I really didn't like other vegetables, and this was the first vegetable that I actively started eating and enjoying. And so I have a bit of nostalgia when these little packs of sliced runner beans come into the shops on a springtime, and so we're going to have those with our dinner one night this week. Some curly parsley. Tony had picked up some other herbs for Licky during the week. a little bag of pears, some sweet gem lettuce for Licky and some romaine for our salads, 2 bags of onions, the red and the brown, I needed both, a cucumber, a lemon, another pack of these picobello tomatoes. So they still have them on, I'm not sure it's the Clubcard price because I think they were £1.25, but they were less than £2. And the last pack of these, I did eat them all. And so I really enjoyed these. They really are very sweet and really nice to put on a salad. They're just kind of a bite-size small tomato. But they are so yummy that I decided to get another pack of those. And some strawberries and some raspberries just for having with breakfasts and things. So looking at our meal plan, tonight I'm going to make barbecue cheesy chicken pasta, and we'll have that with the flatbreads, the cheese and tomato flatbreads. I'm going to use that rotisserie style chicken, shred it up, mix it with some pasta, a little bit more barbecue sauce, put some cheese on, and make a really simple kind of pasta bake with that. Tomorrow I'm going to do pork chops in a sour cream gravy. So a sour cream gravy is quite an American thing, but it's very much like a stroganoff. So a stroganoff is a sour cream gravy that you get on the meat. And I'm just going to do that with the pork chops, just for something different. And we'll have that with potatoes. I'm not sure whether it'll be mash or roast, or Tony's saying yes to mash. So maybe it'll be mash. And we'll have the broccoli and probably the runner beans with that as well. Monday, I'm going to make a homemade rotisserie style chicken. So I'm going to use the whole chicken. I'm going to cook it low and slow in the oven, not in the crock pot, with some seasoning on it. And it comes out much like a rotisserie style chicken, so it falls apart. I'm going to have that with the Jersey Royals, some salad, and I've got some of that bake at home bread in the cupboard. I might have that with it too. Tuesday, I'm going to do a Cajun chicken pasta. Wednesday, I'm going to make the mashed potato casserole with crispy chicken. If you've watched the channel for a while, I've made this before. It is a throwback to a bowl meal that you used to be able to get at KFC, which was mashed potatoes with chicken pieces on top, corn, gravy, and then I would always have mine with baked beans. So I'm going to make a version of that with cheese as well. For Wednesday night. Thursday night, we're going to have the cod with chips, peas, and I'll make up a little bit of curry sauce to have with that. And then Friday night, we'll have brinner. Again, we enjoyed that this week. I'll use the little hash brown potato bites, the tater tot things, as a side dish for that this week. And we'll see how we get on with those. But yeah, brinner on a Friday night is not too... I don't like getting home on a Friday and then having a big complicated meal to make. And that ends up with me saying, let's just order a takeaway. I think brinner I'll be able to cope with on a Friday, because it's going to be a busy week at work again this week. So that is our meal plan for the week ahead. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.